Hello and welcome to Counseling 101. In this session, we shall listen to the story of Kate. My name is Kate, I'm in a serious problem and I need help. Some years back, I dated a guy. In fact, we dated for about 7 years. During the time that I was with him, he'll get drunk and smoke weed, and anytime he gets high on the weed, he will beat me. He doesn't do anything for me. Sometimes I have to even give him money. He does nothing. And I don't know how he would take it when I tell him that I want to break up with him. So I was enduring the abuse, even though I wasn't happy in the relationship. All these while, I was looking out for a way to leave him because he was too abusive. Fortunately, I met this man who is now my husband. So I started dating the two men, my husband-to-be and my boyfriend at the same time, until my husband made the necessary preparation and married me. My marriage broke up my relationship with my boyfriend. Now I have been married to my husband for over 5 years and we have 3 children. My husband is a good man and God-fearing as well. He loves me and our children. He is a civil engineer and so he sometimes travel outside the country to work. One day he traveled for 3 months and whilst he was away, I posted a picture of myself on my status. My ex-boyfriend then came and made a comment on the picture. We then started chatting. We chatted for some time and then, he told me that he had missed me so much and he would like us to meet. I told him well, I would think about it and any time I have the time, we shall meet. So one day, he made the request again, and I decided to meet him. He gave me the directions and I went and met him. We had a long chat but one thing led to the other and we had sex. However, it didn't end there. In fact, it continued. I started going out with him and any time I go out with him, we will not end up having sex. Sometimes I will go and stay at his place after I have sent my children to school, and even be with him into the night after about 6 or 7 p.m. before I will leave to pick my children from school. Sometime later I realized that I have changed as a woman. So I called my ex and told him that I was suspecting that I am pregnant. He then asked me to wait and observe myself for a while to be sure whether it's really a pregnancy. My menses has not been regular. So I decided to wait and observe myself. Some few weeks later, I realized that, it is pregnancy, I'm really pregnant. I called my ex again, and told him that, I'm really pregnant and I want to abort it before my husband comes. My ex then told me that, if I ever touched the pregnancy, he would have me arrested. I thought he was joking but after that, my ex started threatening me. He called me and told me that if I ever touch the pregnancy, he will tell my husband everything and that he has even impregnated me. He sometimes comes to the house just to threaten me before my children. Not knowing to me, my ex has taken pictures of me sleeping in his house, and he would send all these pictures to my husband, if I ever touched the pregnancy. I am so worried and scared, because the pregnancy too is growing. And I didn't know what to do. Even when my husband came back, my ex will come around the house and will be calling me to know that he's around. My husband knows my ex because I have spoken to him about my ex before. My husband spotted him around the house once and he queried but I told him that, he might be around for a different purpose. My ex is still threatening me and I don't know what to do. If I keep the pregnancy my husband would see it and my marriage will be over. If I abort it, my ex will carry out his threat. What should I do now?
Okay, so before we attempt to advise Kate or counsel her on what to do, let's make a quick analysis on the whole thing. Kate didn't do well at all. In fact, Kate testified herself that she was in a very bad relationship. Her ex-boyfriend drinks, smoke weed and abused her physically, and she was looking for a way to come out of the relationship, but she couldn't. She doesn't want to offend him or get him annoyed, so she was with him and looking for a way to come out of the relationship. God being so good on her side, she found this man who was good to her, who took her and married her, and because he was able to marry her, she broke up with this abusive and weed-smoking ex. Now what I don't understand is why Kate had to go back to the very person who was abusing her to cheat against her husband. The very person that she was running away from. She confessed it herself that she wanted a way out. So, why then does she have to go back to him again? I just can't understand it. That was a very big mistake Kate made. I have never heard anybody who has faced an abusive relationship going back to cheat with the same person who was abusing her, unless there's a problem. I mean, she said he doesn't give her money, rather, she has been giving him money. So what made her go back to him? I said something very wrong, something is not right. Now, on the part of the ex, I think that, the way Kate broke up with him hurt him, so for the past 5 years, I believe he was looking out to take a revenge on her, and she didn't allow him for those 5 years until she opened up the opportunity. Kate gave him the opportunity when she started chatting with him. So he took advantage, and that was very bad and very evil of him. I wonder what he was doing all those 5 years that Kate broke up with him, planning only to come and take revenge and destroy Kate's marriage. That's very bad. He never loved her. If he did, he wouldn't blackmail her. It is clear that he had an agenda, and that was to destroy the marriage, and I think he has succeeded. He got Kate pregnant, took pictures of her, kept them only to use them against her. Which means that he really had an evil plan towards her. It's just unfortunate that she fell for it. We will counsel Kate by saying that even though the truth is bitter and painful, it is good for Kate to tell her husband what has happened and apologize to him. It's possible she will lose her marriage, and it's also possible that the husband might forgive her, allow her to deliver and return to him and the children. Kate must know that if her marriage gets over, it's her fault. It's just unfortunate that sometimes some of these situations become so complex and difficult to handle. We would not say abort the child, but if she thinks she can stand the pressure from what this guy would do, maybe she can take that decision and be smart at that. If viewers have any advice for Kate, do leave it in the comments section below and let's help her. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you in the next video.